Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I told you we'd have a little bit of everything on here, and tonight we're going to do some cooking. So I found a steak recipe on Instagram. I've never tried it before. It seems super simple, and so we're going to put it to the test. The ingredients is everything you see here. We've got 2 sticks of butter, some parsley, minced garlic, W sauce. I'm rolling with some Danos. I like Danos, and it's pretty plain, but it's got a lot of flavor, so we're going to try that. Some shallots and some olive oil, and that's basically everything that we're going to need for it. So we're going to give it a shot, see how it turns out, and maybe it'll be good. It's Valentine's Day. We don't really like to go out on Valentine's Day just because everybody else is out, so we tend to try to come up with a new recipe and throw something together and see how it turns out. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get to it. Alright, so first step, we're just gonna douse in just a little bit of this W sauce on here just to use as a binder. So we're gonna kind of rub it around here. Just cover the whole steak. Doesn't take a lot. And flip them over. Hit the other side just a little bit. Once we got it all covered up, we're gonna take some Danos. We're gonna sprinkle some Danos all on tops, bottoms, sides, just a generous amount. Make sure we cover every part of it. You can put some in the plate and roll the edges on it. Kind of makes it a little easier. So got it coated pretty good. Take the edges, roll them around on it. Last one. And we'll go back, sprinkle a little bit more on the back side. Just kind of trying to cover all the area of it. Alright, so it's going to look like so, and now we'll head up to the smoker and get it on there. We set the smoker at 275, and we're going for an internal temperature of 115 for the first step. Fillet 1, fillet 2, and fillet 3. Feed this probe through here and stick it through one of them, so we kind of have an idea of what the temperature's looking like. I'm just going to kind of go through the side here in order to give us a decently accurate reading of what everything's doing. One thing I forgot to mention and add when you're cooking steaks: make sure you let them get to room temperature before you start trying to cook them. Don't cook them straight out of the fridge. You pay a lot of money for this meat, don't ruin it like that. Looks like our meat's about 95 right now, so we just got about 20 degrees to go. Should go decently quick. While we have our parsley in here, we're gonna add 2 sticks of salted butter. 1 stick probably be enough, but why not, right? I did wash my hands too, in case you were wondering. 1 stick, and open up the 2nd stick. all this melt together. Got the heat on low right now just to kind of give us some time for the meat to get done and not to burn everything that's in here. Alright, you can see we got our grill about as hot as it'll get. We've got all the burners on, even though we don't need them. Just trying to get it super hot. Like we're about 675. I'm just gonna throw the cast iron right on the grill, let it keep melting and warming this butter and garlic and parsley. Traeger's done, so we're gonna go ahead and turn it off. And this part of the recipe, I'm just kind of going off my own deal. They kind of went a little different than the one I watched, but so you can see the steaks here. They're about 115 internal. So we're just gonna kind of pull the probe out, and we're gonna take them straight from the smoker right to the grill. Cook about a minute on each side. Just let them get a good sear on the outside. Let this butter and garlic melt up. I'm gonna turn this side down just a little bit and let the steak still run pretty hot. We'll close the lid for just a minute. Let them get a nice sear on them. All right, we got about a minute, so we're gonna go ahead and get on here, open it up and flip them. Nice little grill marks on there. Close it again for another minute. All right, we got another minute. So now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move these over to the cast iron. If they taste anything like they smell, it's gonna be good. Oh, it's hot. I'm gonna cook in there for just a second. Kind of roll them around in here, just let them get as much of that butter inside of them as possible. That smells good. Alright, from here we're just going to take it back inside, and for the most waited moment we're going to cut it open, take a bite, see what it tastes like. Alright, so we got our first one out of the skillet. We're just going to slice it right down the middle first, see what kind of cook we got. Oh, looks beautiful. Slice here. It's super tender. Cut that one in half. I'm gonna try this first bite here. Super good flavor. Needs a little salt. Had a do-over. Probably would have added some salt with the Danos. Other than that, super good, super tender. Very easy, very quick. All in all, it probably didn't take 30 minutes. We could probably do quicker than that. Good stuff. We'll chow down. All right, man, that was amazing. Super easy, super quick. Like I said, it's just a few small ingredients, but thrown together, made for an excellent meal. I like this tradition we have Valentine's Day. You kind of take it away from the normalcy of running around with all the other people and the long waits and all of that, just to kind of bring it back in and just spend time together as a family and cooking a meal and, you know, sitting around telling jokes and whatnot. And I like it better that way. It's It's good stuff, man. Good stuff. So, for the devotional today, it's out of Ezekiel 37:12 through 13. It says, "Therefore prophesy and say to them, Thus says the Lord God, Behold, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves, my people, and I will bring you into the land of Israel. Then you will know that I am the Lord when I have opened your graves and caused you to come up out of your graves, my people." When you have drifted away from God, like the Israelites in Ezekiel 37, you can find yourself in a situation with no solution. Any spiritual disconnect can lead to a social, familial, or individual catastrophe. This happens when you are so far removed from God that you can no longer readily identify the cause of the effect. When you fail to make the connection between the spiritual and the social, you will also fail to seek the solution that can bring real and lasting impact. A failure to address the spiritual root of the physical mayhem will result in remaining in a valley of spiritual, emotional, relational, or even vocational dryness, unable to rise at all. Yet in the midst of any problem, we can find a promise. In the Israelites' situation, God made a promise that He alone would open the graves and cause life to exist where death had once dominated. Last I checked, if you are dead and you come up of a grave, that's a supernatural rising. Thus, the good news of this promise is that no matter how dry you are or how dry your situation is, those bones can live again. If you are dry spiritually, you can live again. If your marriage has been dried up for years or decades, it can thrive again. If your circumstances are dry or your career is a wasteland, it can rise and prosper again. If God can take an ossuary of dry bones and cause it to pulsate with life, how much more can He do for you? The question is never, can God do it? The question is always, how badly do you want it? Whew, that was deep there. That's some good stuff, man. That's a good promise to know that no matter what the situation is, that good can always come of it. I appreciate y'all watching. Like I said, I know it's something completely different. You say, how does this relate to making tracks? Well, I'm pretty sure that cow was making tracks not too long ago. So, excellent meal. Hopefully you'll try it out. Let me know if you do something different and how it was for you. We're going to experiment with this a little bit. Like I said, I'm going to add some salt to it. See where that takes us. Y'all keep making tracks. We'll see you on the next one.